something you may not know anything about, or maybe you do, and a unique opportunity for every brother and sister Muslim of the UK to participate. This is a project very dear to my own life. I became involved sometime around 2006, and it's my life's work until my dying day to fulfill this particular project. And I would like to invite you in the holy month of Ramadan to join me in whatever way you can. I'm going to tell you a short story. I could take an hour for this story, but I'm going to keep it very short. I don't know when you think that Islam began in the UK. Maybe with your parents or your grandparents, or maybe even your great-grandparents. But actually, Islam as an organized religion began in the UK in the year 1888. 1888, okay? Not 1988, 1888. When a Liverpool Muslim, William Henry Quilliam, very famous in the city of Liverpool, went to Morocco, and in Morocco he converted to Islam. Returning to Liverpool, he was not only happy or satisfied to be a Muslim, but he announced through the newspapers that I, William Henry Quilliam, lawyer of this city, have converted to Islam, and I pledge my life to start a mosque and begin to bring the citizens of the UK to this religion, this Abrahamic religion. Not a foreign religion, but a religion of God that continues from Judaism and Christianity. He managed to get a building, number 8 Brown Terrace, and in that building he put a small mosque, probably even smaller than this hall. A members' room, some facilities, and he began to lecture on Islam. Through his activities over the next 25 years to the year 1908, he succeeded in converting to Islam more than 600 English white Muslims, brothers and sisters, both poor, middle and upper class. He also used his mosque to serve, and his own services as a lawyer and leader of his community, to look after the Muslim sailors who were arriving in Liverpool, looking after their needs, sometimes even their funerals. In that small mosque he began marriages, funerals, Salat, Ramadan, Eid. Slowly they expanded, and they were able to purchase not only number 8, but number 9, 10, 11, and 12. With that, they were able to increase their activities. They began a madrasa for boys and girls. I think you're also used to sending your children to a madrasa these days, but this was the very first madrasa for Muslims in the UK. He opened an orphanage for the street children of Liverpool, totally looking after about 20 children from the streets. And let me tell you something about the morality of this man, that when he went on holiday with his own children, he used to take all the orphans with him. He wanted to demonstrate to the British people what was the morality of Muslims. At Christmas, a feast that we all know is a Christian feast, but he said this is a feast of a prophet of Islam. when all the Christians are feasting, eating, my community will feed the poor. And he used to feed every Christmas inside the mosque area over 500 children, poor children and beggar children from the streets. In 1908, the mosque was closed. It ceased its activities. And that building went into disrepair. For many, many years, it was actually the registry of birth, marriages and deaths in Liverpool. And even the Beatles had their births registered there. All the files of all the citizens of Liverpool that had been born and married and died were stored inside that small mosque. And nobody even knew anymore it was a mosque. It was forgotten. The building went into disuse after they found new facilities, modern facilities, and it became totally decayed. No roof, rotten floorboards, and the only people that were inside, and I don't know if they pray or not, were pigeons. When I first went, that's what was inside. I became the historian of that unique community, writing the biography and the history of Abdullah Quilliam and his mosque community. And with that biography, that book, published in 2010, we were able, with a wonderful group of people, particularly Akbar Ali, who was the founder of the Abdullah Quilliam Society, now passed away, and even our CEO, who is outside, who was a small boy at that time. Small group of people pledged themselves to restore that mosque for all British Muslims to know about their history. In 2014, having got the building back from the council and begun to do some work to make it safe, we were able to have the first salat there since 1908. The building now functions as a full mosque. We've been able to purchase 1 to 6 also, the old trade union building, as a community mosque. And that mosque today will have around 2,000, mainly refugees from Syria and the Middle East, at their Jummah. That community is very poor. And also we don't involve them in the restoration of the Heritage Centre, the original mosque of Abdullah Quilliam. We want to involve all Muslims in the UK in that project, every single one, regardless of what group they belong to, because this mosque belongs to everybody. So I'm here today with my team. I was in London last night. I hope my voice is good, because I also have it's beginning to go. So I have a cough which I'm recovering from. It's not getting better with all these runnings around. But this is my activity for this Ramadan. We have a unique opportunity. The last 2 buildings that belong to Abdullah Quilliam's original mosque, the first mosque of the UK, number 11 and 12, Rimmer Street, Brown Terrace, the Rimmer Music Shop, is the only part that does not belong to the Abdullah Quilliam Heritage Centre. It was a music shop since the 1960s. That music shop owner has retired. He has offered it to the Muslim community for £500,000. If we don't buy it by 30th of April, we're around about halfway there, then that will go for public sale at £750,000. We will lose it. It could become anything, a pub, a nightclub, anything you want, that you could imagine. So I pledged myself for this Ramadan to travel the length and breadth of this country, giving these short talks or meeting with people wherever possible, with the opportunity to be able to donate towards the recovery and the restoration of 11 and 12 Brown Terrace, the last 2 buildings of the first mosque of the UK. So I'm here to invite you, brothers and sisters. I know there are many, many demands during Ramadan. I understand. I really do understand. But this opportunity will be lost if it is not completed during this Ramadan month and the month of April. So you will see outside, my CEO, Mumin Khan, is collecting there, and I just request you, please, if you have anything left in your pockets, that there is a special opportunity here for you, as with all other Muslims in the country. So thank you so much for your attention, and I will hand you over for the continuation of the Jummah. That's a good idea. I can easily forget it.
Just before the khutbah starts, just want to wait for the One Nation brothers, inshallah. I'm told they have 2 minutes. Can I ask brothers, inshallah, whilst we're waiting, if you can stand up, come forward, fill the 2 rooms, make yourselves, inshallah. So that way, once the khutbah is finished, we can start salah straight away. So whoever needs to leave can leave immediately. Otherwise, the khutbah will finish, salah will get delayed, and you'll get delayed in leaving, inshallah. So please stand up, make yourselves. Jazakallah. Jazakallah.
As-Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Pray you all well. Alhamdulillah, 2 weeks have passed now in the blessed month of Ramadan. Alhamdulillah, we are getting our food on the table at iftar time. But there are so many in Gaza and Syria who they do not know when their next meal is coming from. They roaming around for food, they're hungry, they're without shelter. They're in desperate need, my brothers. You've seen the situation in Syria where the regime has collapsed. Now people are trying to return back to their cities, to their homes, and they're finding nothing but trouble. The same is the situation in Gaza, my brothers. We need to do all we can in this blessed month to help these people. They are our brothers and sisters. Gaza, as you're aware, we have witnessed the iman that they've got is like no other. In the history of my own life, I think in your life, you have not seen people that are suffering so much, but they say, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. My brothers, dig deep if you can. Today, on the blessed day of Friday, we're supporting hot meals in Syria and Gaza. £1 will provide 1 iftar. So you feed somebody with 1 iftar, you will get the same reward, inshallah. So please try and donate as much as you can, inshallah, in this blessed month. Jazakallah khair.
Before the khutbah starts, inshallah, one final announcement. You know, this masjid has many announcements, right, Umayyah? So, as the professor mentioned, you know, they've come from Liverpool. Alhamdulillah, our request as a community, the Imams of the Peace Center have requested the congregation, your sadaqah and zakah, give it to One Nation, no problem. Your lillah donations, please give it to the Abdullah Quilliam Society. They've come all the way from Liverpool to collect funds to raise, to restore this masjid. So let's play our part. No organization comes to the Peace Center and leaves thinking, subhanallah, that community are very open-hearted, very, very generous. So let's not leave this organization behind, inshallah. Your sadaqah and your zakat donations, please make them to One Nation. And your lillah donations, please make them towards the Abdullah Quilliam Society. Jazakallah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله العليم الخبير بكل قول وفعل صغير وكبير. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه. أما بعد، فيا معشر الإخوان، اعلموا أن من آداب المعاشرة الإسلامية تثقيف الأخلاق كي تعيشوا بالمصالحة والاتفاق. فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: سباب المسلم فسوق وقتاله كفر. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: الكذب ينقص الرزق. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: ألا إن بريء من التكلف وصالح أمتي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم. بارك الله لنا ولكم في القرآن العظيم، ونفعنا وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. إنه تعالى جواد كريم ملك بر رؤوف رحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه، ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له، ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدًا عبده ورسوله الذي أرسل بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي. يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين إلى يوم الدين، خصوصا على أمير المؤمنين سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق رضي الله تعالى عنه، وعلى أمير المؤمنين سيدنا عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله تعالى عنه، وعلى أمير المؤمنين سيدنا عثمان بن عفان رضي الله تعالى عنه، وعلى أمير المؤمنين سيدنا علي بن أبي طالب رضي الله تعالى عنه، وعلى سائر الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات، إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم احفظنا من كل بلاء الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه، آمين يا رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. Please straighten the rows. I ask all brothers inshallah to come forward, fill in the gaps in front of you. If there's any space in the rooms, please can you fill the spaces first. Jazakallah. I can't see in the room from where I'm standing, but if you see a space, please do fill those spaces. Jazakallah. There's some spaces here in the stuff in front of me, inshallah. If you need the chair, you can use the chair. There's still some spaces here, brothers. Whoever's standing by the door, if you can move to my right, inshallah, we'll all get to leave, don't worry. No one will be left behind, inshallah. There's still one space here in front of me, inshallah. If you can get someone to fill this space. It's very important that our safs are straight and there's no gaps in between the safs. At the time Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the companions used to walk through the safs to make sure there's no gaps.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله، حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة، الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
So صفوفكم, please straighten the rows, ensuring there's no gaps in the saf and our lines, our heels are on the black line. Jazakallah. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى. سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى. ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا. قد أفلح من تزكى